Hello, good morning. This is your daily outlook for Wednesday, the 30th of November. The euro edged lower today, trimming some of its gains as investors appear cautious over the Eurozone officials' plan to resolve the growing debt problems in the region. Eurozone finance ministers agreed to boost the firepower of the European Financial Stability Facility with €250 billion of capacity available for leveraging, and several EFSF leveraging options are being discussed. They agreed to release the sixth tranche of funding to Greece, and Eurogroup Chairman Juncker said the money would arrive by the middle of December. Today, Asian equities fell and precious metals plummeted as optimism in the market started to fade. Versus the dollar, the single currency jumped to 134.41, but today it fell to trade as low as 132.58. The market is now focusing on the European Union summit on December 9, where Germany and France are expected to discuss the European Central Bank's role in fighting the Eurozone debt crisis. The US dollar edged lower yesterday as the Eurozone officials' meeting resulted in heightened risk appetite. During the US session, the greenback rebounded as risk appetite started to fade and US equities jumped after data showed US consumer confidence bounced in November, indicating that the US economy remains strong. Versus the Japanese yen, the greenback dipped to 77.62 from 78.28, but later the pair rebounded to 78.10. Attention now shifts to the ADP employment change expected later today. The British pound rallied to 156.55 from 154.69 against the greenback, supported by heightened risk appetite. Data from the UK also supported the sterling after housing prices in November showed higher than expected figures. Later the pair surrendered its gains to trade as low as 155.30. Now looking at commodities, we saw oil prices rally to $100.12 a barrel from $97.05, a rise of 3.2%. Gold rose to $1,726.48 an ounce from $1,703.53, and silver also ticked higher to $32.19 an ounce from $31.48. Now let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The dollar pivot point is at 132.80 with a preference to enter into long positions at 132.90. The dollar yen pivot point is at 78.10 with a preference to enter into short positions at 78.10. The Aussie dollar pivot point is at 0.9920 with a preference to enter into long positions at 0.9920. The sterling dollar pivot point is at 155.30 with a preference to enter into long positions at 155.30. The dollar CAD pivot point is at 103.50 with a preference to enter into short positions at 103.50. And looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 98.20 with a preference to enter into long positions at 98.20. The gold pivot point is at 1702 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1702. And the silver pivot point is at 32 with a preference to enter into short positions at 32. And of course, for up-to-date information, please visit us at easy-forex.com. And on the calendar, the market movers are the EU unemployment rate for October forecast to rise to 10.3%, Swiss a leading indicator in November forecast to fall to 0.63%, US ADP employment change in November forecast to rise to 130,000, and Canadian gross domestic product in Q3 forecast to gain 0.3%. Now on to equities. In Europe, they were positive with the FTSE up 0.46%, the DAX was up 0.46% and the CAC was up 1.23%. In the US, they were positive with the SP 500 up 0.22% and the Dow was up 0.28%. In Asia, they were negative, and at the time of writing, the Nikkei was down 0.51% and the Hang Seng was down 1.51%. In your daily outlook, I'm Emma Andre from the Easy Forex Steam Room. Have a good day.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.